Hello guys, welcome to 5D FPV channel. This video is about choosing the right ESC firmware for you. Okay, let's start. These are the sources that I used to make this video, and man, it's not easy to make. Some informations are contradicting each other. And the lowest link is the link to ESC configurator. It's like a all-in-one configurator. You just go there and choose which firmware of ESC you are on and then choose the right configurator for you. It's quite convenient. And it also has the option to download the configurator for offline usage. All right, let's move on. These are the four mainstream firmwares that we are using right now as of June 2026. And first of all, I want to mention that any ESC firmware can run your ESC, can run your motor, and all the firmwares listed on this page can do 3D flying. For drones, it can do flying backward. I mean, upside down, flying upside down. And for airplane, the propellers can spin backward as the reverser. All right, let's move on. Okay, and these are the brief details of each individual ESC. Let's start with the blheli-32. It is the old school firmware for 32-bit ESC, and its closed source is not free, but the licensing is not drawn directly from your pocket. The ESC manufacturer are the one who pay the licensing fee. So you just make your decision based on the retail price. And then the solid version of blheli-32 is version 32.7. The newest version, as of the information I found, is version 32.10, and it has the extended D-shot telemetry, EDT. I will go into it later. And then it has ESC telemetry with the serial ESC telemetry method, which is requiring wiring another dedicated wire to your FCU art. The development of blheli-32 is discontinued. Chances are you will get the ESC with the blheli-32 test firmware. The test firmware needs test configurator to open it in order to change the ESC setting. And if you do not have the test configurator, then you have to ask the manufacturer of the ESC for the test configurator. Okay, now let's move on to the right side, AM32. It is a new breed of firmware for 32-bit ESC, and it will replace blheli-32. It is open source. The development is continually updated, and it provides ESC telemetry through EDT method. And then we have blheli-S. It is an old school firmware for 8-bit ESC. It is open source. The solid version is version 16.7. It doesn't have bidirectional D-shot, thus no RPM filter. And it doesn't have ESC telemetry. The development of blheli-S is not active. Okay, the last one, BlueJ firmware. It is new breed firmware for 8-bit ESC. It will replace blheli-S. It is open source and it is continually updated. The protocol for ESC provided by BlueJ is D-shot only. So it doesn't provide one shot, it doesn't provide multi-shot, it doesn't provide PWM or other analog signal. No, just D-shot. And it does have ESC telemetry through EDT. And the real relationship between these two pairs in terms of flashing are like this. Between blheli-32, if you want to flash to AM32, then there are many concerns that you need to know. First of all, not all blheli-32 ESC can be flashed to AM32. You have to check the compatibility of the ESC. There is the list on GitHub or with the flight guide website. You have to check the list whether your blheli-32 ESC can be flashed to AM32 or not. And in order to flash, if your ESC can do that, in order to flash, you need a tool called ST-Link V2. It's a tool like a USB drive with some wirings and all newer version of the ST-Link V2. And you have to study the instruction of how to use this tool in order to flash blheli-32 into AM32. And after you're done flashing, the process is irreversible. You cannot flash back to blheli-32. Once you go to AM32, you have to stick with AM32. You cannot flash back, okay? And just for the note, blheli-32 version 32.8 to 32.9 has major errors about motor getting hot or motor stuck. And the version 32.10 doesn't have those major errors, but still there are still reports of some errors in version 32.10. However, version 32.10 has some additional features. I will mention about it later. Okay, now let's move on to the relationship between these two pairs, blheli-S and blue-jay, in terms of flashing. It's very good. The relationship is very good. They are very well. They get along very well. The flashing is like you can flash all blheli-S ESC to blue-jay and vice versa. You can flash back to blheli-S anytime. Okay, so it's very easy. They are very a good couple. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the differentiation of each firmware. And I separate. I categorize in terms of what you want and what you need and what you want on your project and which firmware you need. Okay. First of all, if you just have hardware on your hands already, if you have 32-bit ESC, then you have two choices, AM32 or blheli-32. If you have 8-bit ESC, then you have another two choices, blue-jay or blheli-S. And note that I want to remind you again that blheli-S doesn't provide that bidirectional discharge, so it doesn't have RPM filter. Okay, just want to mention it again. And the next topic that you may concern about building, operation, or tuning of the craft you are going to make. The first subtopic is ESC telemetry. If you want ESC telemetry, there are two methods. The first method is the old method, which requires you to solder a dedicated wire from ESC to the FCUR and basically RX, if I don't remember. This method is called serial ESC telemetry. And once you do that and set up some parameters in the Betaflight or the flight controller program, then you will get ESC voltage, ESC current, ESC temperature, and these data can be displayed on your radio transmitter. And the firmwares that provide you these features are AM32, BL32, and blue-jay. The second method to get ESC telemetry is the new method, the EDT method, extended discharge telemetry. It doesn't require the additional wiring from ESC to flight controller UART. You just wire the ESC to the flight controller as usual. The ESC signal wire wheel does the work to transfer ESC telemetry to the flight controller. And the EDT has two versions as of now. The version 1 provides you the same telemetry data as I have mentioned before, ESC voltage, current, and temperature. The EDT V2 provides more. It adds the ESC status events, which is the desync of the motor, the stall of the motor, the stress level of the ESC, and these data are mainly for black box usage. It doesn't for in-flight warning or anything like that. No, it's just for post-flight analysis. And EDT v2, the only firmware that has EDT v2 is the BlueJ as of now, June 2026. As of now, the only firmware is the BlueJ that has EDT v2. So if you want to have ESC telemetry, but you don't and you want the EDT feature, so you don't have to solve the additional wire, and you don't it it's like automatic. After you write it, it will show up on your ESD, and you will get the EDT v2 for the BlueJ. The three firmwares that can do this is BlueJ, AM32, and blheli-32 version 32.10. Only version 32.10 or newer for on blheli-32 can support EDT feature. All right, let's move on. The next topic is the changing of PWM frequency. When you want to tune the drone or the craft, and you want to change the PWM frequency for blheli-32 and AM32, you just change the parameter directly in the ESC configurator. You just it's like a setting in the ESC setup. You just switch from 24 gigahertz to 48 gigahertz and then save, and then it's done. But for BlueJ and blheli-S, if you want to change the PWM frequency, you need to refresh the ESC firmware. Refreshing, which in terms of time, it may be like 1 minute or 2 minutes more in order to refresh the ESC, which is not a big deal, but you may need the internet to get the firmware you want, the firmware with the new PWM frequency. You may need the internet to do that. So it's something that you have to bear in mind. And the last topic is the variable PWM or PWM by RPM, and the feature auto timing advance, or most of us may know it as auto motor timing. If you want these two features, which is like give you a peace of mind in setting these two parameters, you just set them to auto and then just forget it. These two features are only available in AM32 or blheli-32 version 32.10. Only blheli-32 version 32.10 has these two features. Okay, the older version than 32.10 doesn't have these two features. So only these two firmwares with the specific version on blheli-32 to get these two features. All right. All right, let's move on. Now, there are some miscellaneous information I would like to provide to you. There is a quote on this website. You can check it by yourself if you want, that the extended D-shot telemetry needs to be supported by both sides from the ESC and the flight controller. But as far as I have researched that, I cannot find any requirement on the flight controller side. What is required on the flight controller to support EDT, I cannot find any information. So I don't know about this. And then these are the ESC status events in detail. There are 4 data that EDT v2 will provide to you. And just to remind you again that these data for post-flight analysis in black box. So if you want to read, then you can pause the video and read. I will sign off now. I hope this video helped, and see you next video. Bye-bye.